How's it going, YouTube? Chris here at My Home Theater. Got a brand new video for you today. I've been just kind of thinking of some things that I can do. A lot of people has asked me about some how-to videos. I had a question come up today about doing some acoustic panels. I may do a video on that here real soon. But today I want to talk about calibration. Now, we always run automatic calibration, but do we know, or do any of you guys do your own calibration? Now, I run automatic calibration, and we all should do that. Let the receiver, let the whatever calibration manufacturer it is, let it do its own thing. But I always go behind them and check it. I get my tape measure, I get my sound level meter, and I check it. So what I want to do today is run through the menus on my Pioneer and kind of show you what I do, and maybe it'll be a help to you, and we'll jump into the video. What I'm going to do here is we're looking at the system setup. Now, there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. And one of the first ways is what you want to do first, is you want to go into your advanced. Now, this is Pioneer, and every company is going to be a little bit different on their menu settings. Onky will be similar but different because they are sister companies, but they are separate. But some of their menus and stuff is the same. But anyway, this is Pioneer's MCACC, and you would click on this, and it would bring up full auto. Now, that is your calibration. You would actually click this, and then you would choose your speaker setup. Now, I'm not going to run through all these. They have a bunch of setups. It goes from 2.1 to 7.1, and it goes from 2.1.2 or something like that. It goes through a bunch of different ones. I won't go through them all, but you choose your setup, and then once you do that, you hit enter, and then it does the automatic calibration for you. Now, once you are done with the full calibration, you can actually come back and do a data check. You can do a data check, speaker settings, check everything out, see what it's done. You can look at your distance, and it'll show you everything that it set it up as. You just always come back and check everything. Channel levels. So what I like to do is once I'm done, I'll exit out, and then I go to system setup. All right, and you hit speaker. Now, we've already looked at the configuration because we've done that when we've done the full setup. So we'll back out of that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to crossover. And we're going to check and make sure that if we wanted our front speakers to be large, that they are set to large. But we've already checked that in the data check. And I know most of these different receiver manufacturers, they have the same type of data check that you can look at. But in this one, you can actually change it. So we can go in there and change that to small, and that changes everything to small. But we have large, that's your front, so that's your left and your right. And then on the center, we have large. I'm running LCR, RTIA9 Polks. So I have my set to large, and my heights and my surrounds, surround back. If you choose large, then you can change the surround back. But if you choose small, it automatically puts it on small. So then you can come back and change your crossover setting. Now, Pioneer, they have a setting, and this is for all speakers. I really wish you could change individually, but I guess when you change from large to small, and it's going to set it to whatever you got here. And it goes from 50 to 200 hertz, and we're going to put it on 100. That's where I normally put mine at. And then there's Pioneer has a feature that says double bass, set to on if you need more bass through the subwoofer. Now, I have 4 subwoofers. I want all the bass I can through my subwoofers. So now you're going to come down to distance. Now, this is always, you're going to check what the receiver, what the calibration did. I'm a fact checker now. I like to make sure it's right. So you pull up the distance. Now, if I take a tape measure over there and I pull, and I always get my daughter or my son or my wife or somebody to help me, I'll get them to pull the tape measure to that front left speaker, and I hold it to my ear, and then I look at it. And that's what I got. Now, if you look at the data check, it showed it a little bit different. But this is what the actual setting is. I don't know why it showed it a little bit different, but this is what the actual setting is right here. This is what I have got dialed in, so you can change it here. So it's at 17.3, and you run through all these. I made sure everything is centered up, everything is centered to the listening position, everything is spot on. And actually, when I ran the calibration, it was very close. I mean, it was extremely close. I was really surprised at how close it was. All right, now, and the last thing you want to check is your channel level. I'll get to it. Now, the Pioneer, you can't really, you have to raise the volume. You can hear it a little bit, but it is very, very, very low. They don't put it at reference level or wherever, like other manufacturers. And I thought there was actually something wrong with the receiver. My 503 did that, and I called Pioneer, and they said that they did that because it was so loud when you were setting your speaker levels. Well, you got to have it loud or where you need it to be able to get a signal on your sound level meter. So anyway, I won't run through all of these, but what you want to do, and I'll put my little sound meter in frame here, and I've got I've had this thing for, I don't know, probably 25 years or more, 20 years at least. It's a sound level meter from Radio Shack. Man, that's a good analog meter. And what I do is I hold that meter. I mean, this camera right here is pretty near listening position. I actually got it propped up in my seat. But what I would do is I would put it where my ear level's at, in the middle of the chair, at ear level. And I run through every one of the speakers. And I want to make sure that that needle is on wherever I'm setting it to, where it be to 0 right here in the middle. When I go through every channel, it's going to set to 0. Now, I always set my center channel to a little bit more, plus 3 or 4 dBs. I like having it a little bit louder. But every other speaker, I want to be exact. So I run through that, and basically, that's how you check to make sure. Okay, guys, I hope that was a big help to everybody. I know most everybody knows how to do what I just showed you, but there are some that kind of just getting into home theater, just getting into newer receivers, and they may not know how to do it. I hope this was a help to everybody. Guys, I hope everybody has liked and subscribed to my channel. I'm up to 605 subscribers right now. Need your help to get to 1,000. Still want to give this mini DSP you might want away. And hopefully real soon we can do that. So if you haven't already subscribed, like, subscribe, share with a friend, tell somebody about me. And man, we'll give this mic away real soon. Hope everybody has a good weekend. See you again real soon.